Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought today we could get a little spooky since it is the holiday season and I love Halloween. I thought I can give you guys a couple of makeup looks that are easy to do and you can try them out yourself. I hope you guys like it. Today I'm gonna start off with a vampire look that I usually do that is easy, and if I have to go to a party that I wasn't notified of earlier or anything like that, it's a really easy look to do and you still look really cool doing it. Okay, I hope you guys like it. Okay guys, so first we're going to start off with primer. I use the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. I'm putting that all over my face and then rubbing it in with my hands. Just make sure you get every part of your face. You can use any primer, but this is the one I like right now. It really helps for when you're using a lot of makeup. Next, we're going to go in with the Missha BB Cream. It is a little light for my skin, but that's what I want. I want to look a little paler, so I could look a little undead, if you know what I mean. We're going to put that all over my face, and then I'm going to go in with a beauty blender. I'm using the Sephora one to blend it all out. Okay, after all of that is blended out, I do use the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I'm going to go a little heavy with this just so I can look a little bit more paler. So first I'm putting it under my eyes, making sure I get every part of it. Then I'm going to go in my T-zone, which is my nose, my forehead, and under my nose and chin. Then we're going to blend it all out with the beauty blender again. Make sure you blend it all into your skin so it looks seamless. And we're going to pat, 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 pat. Okay, so now after that, I'm going to use the Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder, and I'm just going to set everywhere where I just highlighted with my concealer. I'm going to use a dry sponge to pat it all in. You know how I like it. Make sure you press it in firmly, that way you don't get any creasing. I'm going to go into my nose now. I'm also putting powder everywhere I highlighted, so my chin, my upper lip, and my forehead. After that, I'm going with the BareMinerals pressed powder in color tan. I'm going to rub that all over my face with a fluffy brush and just taking off that Peach Perfect powder off my face as well. I don't want to set too long because then it's going to dry out my face and I need some blending power later on. After the face is done, we're going to go with the Jaclyn Hill palette. You know I love this palette. I use it all the time. It's very diverse. I'm going to use it for most of my eye look today. I'm going to go in with the dark brown and dark black. My eyebrows are not dark black, but I do want to make them look a little more fierce, a little more stand out, since it is a Halloween look. So I'm going in, filling in my eyebrows. I do have an eyebrow tutorial if you guys want to know how I do my eyebrows more intensely. I'm just going to speed through it right now. Fill them in. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut out my eyebrows with my NARS concealer. That's the one I like. That's the one I always use. I'm going to go in with a flat brush and cut them out at the bottom and then blend that concealer out. Just so they look a little bit more clean. I do want them sharp today. Okay, so now after that, I am going to contour my face with the darkest shade in KVD Shade+Light palette. I want to look a little more hollow in my cheeks, so I'm going to go in a little harder than I usually do with my contour, starting at my temple and going down. I'm going to do that on both sides of my face. Make sure you blend it out as much as possible so you don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm going to go into my forehead as well. I'm going to go in a little deeper than I usually do, just so I look more undead, if you know what I mean. After I'm done with my forehead, I'm going to go in with the black shade in my palette, just to make me look even more undead than I have to. You want to look like someone just sucked all the blood out of you and now you're turning into a vampire. So I'm going to blend that in. Now I'm going to do my contour of my nose. I'm going to go in with the same contour color of KVD Shade+Light. I'm going to do the beginning of my nose on the top, and then I'm going to go towards the end. As well as my other contour, I want it to look a little more sharper than usual, so I'm going to blend it out as much as possible, but leave it dark. Now I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I'm going to put it all over my lid and blend it out with my fingers. And we're going to start with the makeup look for my eyes. I'm going to go in with the two neutral shades on top of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm just going to use that as my transition shade. I'm going to set that for both of my eyes on top, not going where my eye crease is, just on top, so I can blend in those colors more. Now I'm going to go with the red and orangey brown, and I'm going to pat off the excess, and I'm going to start blending it in, making a new crease for myself since my creases are smaller than usual, so I want to make a higher crease on my eye. And I'm gonna go in and blend that all in, both sides. After that, I'm gonna go with a deep brown, and I'm gonna go under the red that I just put on to make it even a sharper look. And just follow that same new crease that I just made on my eye. I'm gonna go in from the end all the way to the center of my eye. Now I'm gonna do the next eye the same way. Make sure you blend. Okay, now I'm gonna go with the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner pencil, and I'm just gonna tap it into my lid at the bottom. This is gonna help with the black that I'm planning on putting on now. It'll make it stick longer, it'll help it not to crease, and it'll look a lot darker than just putting on regular pigment. So now I'm gonna go in with the black and start patting it in. It's also from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And you're just gonna pat it in slowly but surely. Make sure to be careful. Black is hard to deal with. It does spread around and it does have fallout. That happens with any black, no matter which one you use. So just be careful to not get too much on your brush and just go slowly. Just pat it in. And then I'm gonna get a fluffy blending brush and blend that black in with the colors that I had on my new crease, so everything looks seamless. And blend, 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 blend. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the bottom of my eyes. I'm gonna get that same black and blend it out with the blending brush. I am gonna use the same blending brush just because I want that darkness to go further than I usually go on my bottom eyelid, just so my eyes look more deep and mysterious and evil, you know. I am being a vampire today. So make sure you just blend it out. It should look a little like that. And now I'm gonna go with the MAC matte lipstick in a burgundy color, and I'm gonna start making veins coming out of my eyes with this lip pen brush that I have, and I'm just gonna make little zigzag lines. I am gonna do that on both eyes. I'm gonna do 2 veins of that color, and then I'm gonna go with my NYX matte lipstick in a more purplish burgundy, and I'm gonna make 2 more veins out of that color. You want it to look a little more dimensional with the different colors instead of just using all the same. Then I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Master Duo liquid liner, and I'm just gonna outline some of the parts of the veins so they look like they're popping out. Lastly, around my eye, towards the end and the center, I'm going to make tinier veins with the Revlon Matte Balm in the color Red. After that, I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to pat in some of that black eyeshadow just so it blends in the lines of the veins that I just made. And I look a little crazy now. After that, I'm gonna go with the Neutrogena mascara, and I'm just gonna spread that all over my eyelashes. I did put my falsies off camera. I'm gonna go in with my BECCA-Highlighter in Prismatic Amethyst, and I'm gonna put that on the sides of my face, the top of my eyebrows, my nose, and my top lip, just so I'm a little shiny, you know. Maybe I want to look like Edward Cullen's instead of just looking like the Vampire Diaries, or maybe I just want a baby mixture in between. So now after that, I'm gonna start with my lips. I'm gonna use the KVD Liquid Lipstick, and I'm gonna put that all over my lips. I'm gonna line with it as well. I'm not gonna use a liner just because I want it to look a little messy. I want it to look like I just sucked on some blood, you know. So I'm gonna put that all over my lips, make my top lip a little more fierce using my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna go with the Victoria's Secret Velvet Matte Lip. I'm gonna put that in the center of my lip on the top and bottom, just so it gives me a more ombre dimension type of feel. That way it looks a little bit more undead, and like the outside is the blood that I just sucked. And last but not least, my favorite part, you're not a vampire if you don't have blood dripping out of your mouth, of course. So I'm gonna take this Halloween blood that I usually use. It's usually $1. I'll link down which one I'm using right now, but you can use any fake blood that you want and put it all over your lips. I'm gonna use the end of one of my makeup brushes so I can smear a little bit easier with it. Okay, and you're gonna disperse it however you like. I like putting it at the bottom of my lip first, making sure it looks like it's dripping down where I just bit with my fangs, and then I put a little bit on top and a little bit on the actual lip just so it looks a little messy. You know, vampires don't eat pretty. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys liked the finished look. This is my take on a little glam vampire. It is a very easy look to do if you are stuck in last minute looks. I hope you guys like next week's look that I have in store for you. Until next time, bye!